Man, I just want to tell everybody I can fight with anybody in the striking, grappling, wrestling, because I'm not just grappler. I can strike. I strike with Dustin, with Volk.
I've got the skills. I think everyone can give people tough fights. I think if he's not expecting a tough fight, he'll be in for a rude awakening.
He's a good boxer. He's a good fighter, but I know I have better skills.
Interview the press conference for Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della. Maddalena went down yesterday, and it was everything fans hoped for. Tense, fiery, and full of confidence. Both fighters looked locked in, trading words without crossing the line. Islam stayed calm and focused as always, while JDM showed he's not intimidated one bit ahead of their massive clash.
What do you want the most out of this victory?
I mean, just to retain my belt, it doesn't really matter. I guess the pound for pound is very subjective. It doesn't really mean much, though. Just going in there, get the win over Islam is the #1 goal.
It all started with the question about the face. Islam didn't get dramatic about it. He said he didn't see anything special in Jack's eyes, just eyes. A simple answer, but it showed how little emotion he's bringing into this. It's all business.
Yeah, what did you take away from the face-off with Jack and seeing him for the first time?
I've seen him before in person also. Nothing, just see his face, I don't see nothing from the eye. Somebody asks you what you see in his eye. I just see that.
Then the conversation shifted to his game plan. Islam made it clear he's not relying on a backup plan. He said, plan A should be enough. And the casual way he said it sounded like a man who already knows how things will play out. Still, he admitted they trained hard for every possible outcome.
I talked to Umar before this fight, and he was saying you have plan A, B, C, D, and the whole alphabet ready for Jack. Do you think you're going to need to go to all those game plans, or do you think plan A is going to work?
I hope I don't need the second plan. The A is going to be work.
It seems.
But if not work, we're training so hard, and anything can happen inside the cage.
He even pointed out how rough this camp was, calling it the hardest of his career. You could still see the black eye he's been carrying for weeks, a small sign of what he's been through. It made it clear this wasn't some easy move up in weight. He's had to grind for this moment.
We'll be ready.
Yeah, it seems like it was a hard camp. You've had black eyes for a long time now. Is that a sign of how difficult this training was?
Yeah, honestly, it's the hardest camp in my life. I start 3 months before, and
A reporter suggested he might struggle if he couldn't take Jack down. Islam didn't flinch. He reminded everyone he's not just a grappler. He can stand and strike with anyone. He brought up how he's already traded punches with top names and made it clear, this isn't boxing. It's not wrestling. It's MMA. That's what makes him dangerous. He can do it all.
it was a very hard camp.
Yeah. A lot of fighters who are breaking this fight down say that if you can't get the takedowns on Jack consistently, you're not going to be able to win a striking fight. If it does turn into that, where it is stand-up, are you looking forward to proving those people wrong?
Man, I just want to tell everybody I can fight with anybody in the striking, grappling, wrestling, because I'm not just grappler. I can strike. I strike with Dustin, with Volk. He can defend my wrestling, but I will strike and I will try to take him down again. This is
Toward the end, when someone brought up Jack's claim about being the better mixed martial artist, Islam didn't get defensive. He just smiled and said nobody really believes that. He acknowledged Jack's skills, even called him a good boxer, but made it clear that he believes his overall MMA game is superior. He said it calmly, like he didn't need to prove anything with words.
There's an interview or something like that where Jack said he said, I'm a better mixed martial artist and I'm coming to take his pound for pound spot.
I think nobody believes this. He's a good boxer. He's a good fighter, but I know I have better skills.
And then came Jack. When asked about Islam possibly slowing down in the later rounds, Jack didn't take the bait. He simply said everyone slows down eventually, and he's ready to make sure it happens on his terms. You could feel that quiet edge in his tone, like he's planning something we haven't seen yet.
Also heard that narrative that Islam kind of slows down in the later rounds. Do you think that's kind of a fair assessment, given, he did finish Dustin late in the fight and he did go 5 rounds with Volkanovski?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone sort of slows down in 5 rounds, so yeah, we'll trust the game and we'll slow him down.
He brushed off Islam's claim that nobody in the division could challenge him, saying Islam would find out soon enough. It was calm, confident, and exactly how Jack likes to speak. letting the fight talk for him.
When Islam decided to move up in the division, he said he looked at the whole division and he didn't see anybody that can give him a tough fight. What's your response to that?
I mean, we'll see. I think, yeah, I've got the skills. I think I think everyone can give people tough fights. I think if he's not expecting a tough fight, he'll be in.
Later, someone brought up Islam's chase for history and double champ status. Jack acknowledged what's at stake: the history, the legacy, and the kind of win that could define how his entire career is remembered. You could tell this one means more to him than just another fight. It's personal, and it's bigger than the belt.
Islam coming in here, his shot for history, 2 belts, Anderson Silva's winning streak and everything. Today is the 32-year anniversary of UFC 1. For you, I'm sure you want to be one of the all-time greats as well. How important is winning this fight into what you want to make your career into?
Yeah, massive legacy fight, one of the best guys ever. Regardless of the result, he will go down as one of the greats. So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty good scalp on the.
When asked what he wanted most out of the fight, Jack kept it simple. He said it's not about pound-for-pound rankings or online debates. Those things don't matter much to him. For Jack, all that matters is stepping in, fighting his fight, and getting the win over Islam Makhachev.
You want the most out of this victory?
I mean, just to retain my belt, doesn't really matter. I guess the pound for pound is very subjective. It doesn't really mean much, though. Just going in there, get the win over Islam is the #1 goal.
Even though both fighters seem completely locked in on their game plans, UFC experts are still breaking down their predictions. Demetrius Johnson analyzed this matchup with the insight of someone who's been at the very top. He reminded everyone that Islam has been tested by the best, from Alexander Volkanovski to Dustin Poirier, and every time he's found a way to adjust. But this time, he's not cutting weight. He's moving up, fighting stronger, more comfortable, and closer to his natural size. Johnson made it clear he respects how dangerous that makes. Islam
Islam was going to be fighting Ilia Topuria, but Islam, he already fought the 145-pound champ. He fought Alex Volkanovski. He fought him twice. The first time they fought, people were like, we thought Volkanovski could have won that fight. Then the second time they fought, Islam ended up knocking out Volkanovski. And then Islam would fight Dustin Poirier, beat Dustin Poirier in a back-to-back war fight. Amazing. And then he was supposed to fight Arman Tsarukyan, but Arman Tsarukyan got injured. And then money.
But Johnson still seemed torn when making his pick. You could tell he respected both men too much to speak with full certainty. He leaned slightly toward Islam, mostly because of how proven he is under pressure. But he also hinted at something about Jack, the way he never accepts bad positions. That quiet confidence he brings into every fight, it made this matchup feel unpredictable. Johnson's prediction wasn't bold. It was more like a veteran's gut feeling that anything could happen once that cage door closes.
JDM to me is a dark horse. Why do I say dark horse? He's not very well known unless you follow the UFC abandoned, right? Like Guru knows all of his fights before he got to the UFC, where I did not know all his fights he got to the UFC. But the first time I caught my eye on JDM was when he fought Gilbert Burns. He never accepts the position. If Gilbert Burns would take him down, he's always wrestling, he's always grappling. But he has one thing that's a key in his camp, and that is the great savior of jiu-jitsu is Craig Jonesy, right? Craig Jones has been able to jump inside of the Aussie camp and be able to give these guys a good recipe to be able to counter the Dagestani wrestling. But I don't know if it's going to be enough for JDM. But with JDM, he never accepts the position, and he has beautiful, technical, simple hands on the feet. He's very tight. It's no wasted movement. It's very precise, very technical. Boys, this one's fucking hard. The reason why I say it's hard is because JDM is still unknown. We don't know what he's capable of. I feel that in my gut. We know what Islam is. What Islam can do. We know where Islam is. He has struggles. When he fought Dustin Poirier, that was a fucking banger. And all Dustin did to stifle him was defend a takedown. You know what I mean? And Dustin's very good at hands. I think JDM is better on the hands with his precision. I think Dustin is more of a cracker, more of a brawler. But JDM just seems like he has this recipe that can beat, and he has Craig Jonesy in the camp. But Islam is so fucking good. Like, so fucking good. Oh, boys. What a predicament. This is where I'm going to give you my predictions, but this is where I can see if either of those guys win. So for me, I'm going to go with Islam.
Either way, this fight has that big fight energy written all over it. Who do you think comes out on top? Let us know in the comments below.